Hi, Pisces. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your March cartomancy. Cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards. So I have the playing cards. I'm also going to pull from one of these tarot decks. And I also am probably going to take a card from the Sacred Rebels. I'm getting to know this deck. I don't know it completely. So I will have to read a little bit from it, but let's get this all smudged. I got a smudge going here. It's just white sage in here. And I like to smudge all my stuff. I'll probably use these ones here. All my stuff before I use it, just to cleanse it, get any of that energy, old energy, other readings, energy that was in the room, all that stuff. So I'm going to cleanse myself. See the truth. Hear the truth. Speak the truth and know the truth. There we go. And you hardly need any smoke. I just have hardly any smoke. It's not about big volume, right? But anyway, we'll put that aside. Let's get to business, Pisces. So this is really interesting what we're going into right now, Pisces. So Saturn has just moved into Pisces, and it was in Aquarius, okay? And Saturn is like restrictive. It's about rules and structure and responsibility. And, and it also is about limitations. It puts limitations on things. Now, when it was in Aquarius really likes to express themselves. They're very spiritual. They like to communicate. They like to think freely, But when Saturn was in Aquarius for the past 3 years, there was limitations on that, limitations on your communication, on our communication, limitations on thinking freely, right? So now Saturn's moving into Pisces. And Pisces is about, now I went and did a little bit of studying. So Pisces, they're calling it the launching pad of spiritual recognition. It's the last sign and it deals with the feet, our foundation, right? What holds everything else. So where we're starting from scratch, from the root, and we're going to build on top of that. However, Saturn is in Pisces. So there's going to be some limitations, or you need to accept responsibility with your new spirituality, with your new path that you on. You need to be willing to accept those responsibilities, because Saturn's all about learning something, right? But anyway, let's move on. Let's get some cards out for you. Blah, 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 blah. I was going to tell you, I loved how it said that in Pisces, because Pisces is the last sign before Aries, the birth, right? And in Pisces, we may have to give up things. We like the death card, that's why I'm wearing the Day of the Dead thing here, is we may have to give up things, sacrifice things for this new birth, this new beginning. And it said, when you lose everything, you gain everything. So I just thought that was really interesting. So, all right, let's get on with it. Pisces. Pisces. All right. Pisces. March 15th to April 15th, in that time zone there somewhere. Ooh. There. We have a few cards. They are ready. So I'm going to deal them out first before I look at these, because what I do, I get talking and then I forget that I have already shuffled them, and I'll still shuffle it again. So I better just get them set out here, okay? I always do this in front of you so you can see that it's all legit, you know. I don't preset up any arrangements or anything like that. So let's look at these cards that tripped out. So you have the Queen of Clubs, the Two of Diamonds, the Six of Spades, and the Jack of Diamonds. You may have a meeting, Pisces, with a Queen of Clubs. You know, this could be a meeting here. You know, this is a get together. You could be having lunch. You could be having a business meeting. It could be to do with your finances, okay? Sometimes the Queen of Clubs can be a brown or hazel eyed woman. She could have brown hair, kind of olive skin, but she's seen as the friend mostly. Okay. This woman also is very resourceful, has a lot of resources, or they know who to go to or who to talk to get what you need. They could be a middleman or a middle woman, doesn't have to be a woman, it can be a man too. But this person could be a middle person to get you what you need. Regardless, you're having a meeting with this person regarding finances for some reason. All right. You may have heard some news, or you may get news that you need to take a step back, and it could be specifically in communication, or also you may get news that something is has taken a step back. You know what I mean? It could be unraveling or going in reverse in something in your finances. Okay, you may be hearing that maybe, if you have money invested, the rate is starting to go down. You're hearing instance rate, or whatever investments you have. This also could be someone that's um not in a good position anymore, and so you're thinking, oh geez, how's this going to affect me? So somehow this news, the situation is affecting you. All right, so let's get on with the present condition. You have the Three of Clubs, the Eight of Diamonds, and the Nine of Spades. Now, it looks to me that you've been putting time and energy in. It could be you could have been working really hard, okay? Or you could have been working really hard on a health situation. If you found out you're a diabetic, or you could become diabetic, you might be working hard on your diet to improve something. I feel like could be getting educated or trying to learn about how you can improve your health, what you need to do now to improve your health. You could have gotten because I feel like there's a challenge here for you, and it could be at work. It could be to do with your physical health. I feel like it's physical. It's more physical health. So you could have been just working really hard or something like that. Or you're hearing something, because there's something here that you're hearing that you're not liking. Okay, it's making you defensive, and if you don't have a health condition from the dedication and the time that you've put in. Okay. So you might just need to be able to take a break, a step back, a step back. Okay. Coming in, you have the King of Hearts, the Three of Hearts, and the Six of Clubs. The King of Hearts is usually a blue eyed man, doesn't have to be. It's also your love interest, or someone who's very interested in you. And it looks like there's a lot of energy, a lot of focus on you, Pisces. They see you and you, only you. And they could be quite smitten. Looks like they want to work together with you. This person, you may not be involved with this person necessarily. You could work with this person. They really could hold you in high regard. Um, and want to work together with you in some capacity. I feel like they have feelings. I feel like they do, but they may not be revealing them. This could be just a work, friendship, relationship, you know. They also might want to help you out while you're going through this a step back. You know, you're taking a step back from what you were working on. Holy moly. Look at that. Wow. Look at all those hearts. Four of hearts, eight of hearts, 10 of hearts. Lots and lots of love. So this is speaking of some sort of a gathering you could be going to. Now, there's a lot of possibilities of probably in April, okay? So that could be Easter gathering. It could be for whatever, spring gathering. Maybe everybody's just getting out and having barbecues or something. But I feel like there's some sort of gathering you could be attending, okay? And I feel like it's family, big time, okay? You could be getting a lot of love, support, or giving, getting. It's, a lot of exchanging going on. And also, it feels like I feel like there possibly could be a wedding. There could be a wedding or anniversary celebration too, as a possibility, if it doesn't have to do with the Easter stuff. Hi, Memprate. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. And usually this card is about happiness, joy, contentment. However, the 10 is also about completion, so there's something completed here. That's why I feel like it could be anniversary. Also, the 10 is, being able to see the long picture in something that can last, that a commitment. We're willing to commit. And Saturn is about commitment. When we decide to take on a religion, or we decide to take on a partner, or we decide to take on a responsibility, we decide in Saturn that we are committed to it. Okay, we have to commit to this. And Saturn runs in 3-year cycles. So there's something going to begin in this month or next that is going to carry on for 3 years, 2 to 3 years, probably. Something that you're going to need to commit to, basically. Okay, it's a responsibility. You're taking it on as a responsibility. So it's seeing something to the end, kind of thing. Okay, so here in this gathering is about seeing something to the end. All right, it's about a promise of completion, or completion itself, completion of another year of a commitment. So there's something going on here that in the family, that I feel is some sort of milestone thing happening. Okay, I feel like there's a milestone thing happening. And with that 10, we have the space for an ace to come in, a space to fill now, right? Because we've completed something. We've reached the milestone, right? Here in your work pile, this is how you contribute to the world, even if you're not working, your creative projects and stuff like that, how you are. And you have the 5 of diamonds, the 4 of spades, and the ace of diamonds. Didn't I tell you, where there's a 10, it makes space for an ace? Very next pile, ace. So this is an opportunity coming to you. This is probably, you're probably going to hear it through a phone call, email, because I feel like it's a message coming to you. I also feel like something has come to a halt in this message. Like there's a pause, there's some sort of doubt, okay? But I don't think it's from you. It could be a little bit of doubt from you, but I think it's why they're calling you, why they're asking you for help, why they're why they're needing people or something. Because I feel like there's some sort of opportunity here, and it's opportunity for financial increase, because this is a gain card. So you're going to gain financially, okay? But it's because of some sort of doubt or pause in a business of some sort. Could be a friend's business, like perhaps they have a business and someone quit on them, or maybe the work slowed for a bit, but now it's increasing and you just happen to be there and they say, hey, do you want to come and help me with this? Like, you'd be really good. I feel like this could be a big door for you. Okay. You also could be hesitating. You're not sure because it could be working with a friend, and you or this person over here who thinks you're pretty special, right? So you could be leery about mixing these two things, this business pleasure thing, sort of thing, but I think you're going to go for it. I think you're going to go for it because you have a space to fill now, right? But also, you could be at some point signing a contract. There could be paperwork involved because you may think to yourself, even though this is my friend, I still would like something in writing because it seems unsure. Because there could be something you're unsure about in it. So you might want some just verification, right? Not that you'd really go after your friend or anything, but you just want to be clear about what you're willing to do or not willing to do, or something like that. Anyway, so here is how others are seeing you or influencing you. And you have the Jack of Spades, the Seven of Diamonds, and the Nine of Clubs. This is around the job site. There's a lot of job work involved here, or how you're making your money. You know what I mean? And it looks like you have a fox in the hen house. I think, Pisces. You got a fox in the hen house. And there's some sort of trouble. Okay, so Jack of Spades is trouble. Could be a young person, doesn't have to be. This person had bigger expectations. They were expecting more, okay? And more could come to them, but things don't happen tomorrow. And we're in a fast world now, and people want instant gratification, and that isn't what you're willing to do. You want to see a commitment. You want to see time and energy and put in and value. You want value, right? You don't want quick results. You want the right results, kind of thing. So it's kind of going like this. And so someone could want, like, I think you want more out of a person. However this is, whether this is your tenant, whether this is your employee or your coworker, maybe your boss even. I don't know, but there's something that we're expecting more. You could be disappointed, or were disappointed, or someone is not liking what they're getting in the time that they're getting it, and so you can't make a clock go any faster. Time is what it is, right? So here in the foundation, you have the Seven of Clubs, the Ten of Diamonds, and the Three of Diamonds. So interesting. Okay, so we have a 10 reflecting the 10, top to bottom here, okay? So again, about conclusions, about completion. I like to say completion because it's a long time to get to the 10, right? You have to go through all these different experiences to get there, right? It seems to me you could have been worried about money in the past. You could have been worried about finances, if you could get everything paid, if you'll have enough money for everything. You also could have been expecting some sort of inheritance, or you may were expecting a bit more of a turnout, or a um maybe money for selling something. You could have sold a house, a property, or something, and then you could have been expecting, or you worried you weren't going to get what you want out of it. Okay, But I want to go back to this phrase here, and without getting y'all upset, so don't get all excited. When you lose everything, you gain everything. Okay? So I think that you're going to get your wish. I think you're going to get what you want, and it's all going to turn out. I think you worried for nothing really, because things are going to turn out. You're getting your wish, and you're going to be able to make a new start, to get going. Things are lining up for you now. And there's a lot of joy and doors opening up for you. But I think you worry a lot. You put fear where there is no fear. You get in your own head, a lot, Pisces, and you create, you worry about what you'll lose first. Okay, that's what you worry. I think that mostly you're positive people, right? But not. I think for others you're so positive, but for yourself sometimes you can have doubt. Anyhow, see, just saying that the way I started that, I lost 5 people. People get like, oh, I don't want to hear about it. Well, I don't want to hear about it. So anyway, this is the surprise. This is what you're not expecting. Ace of spades, ace of hearts, jack of clubs. This is really nice and exactly what I was just talking about. Okay, about how when we are willing to let go, sacrifice, give up something, all of a sudden everything else comes. You forget you were even missing that. You forget there is something ending here. There's something that you're cutting out of your life, and I think it might be hard to let go of at first. But like I said, give it a couple of weeks, and you'll forget you ever. You'll think, why did I cling on so tightly to that? Okay, because what's coming is beautiful. It's beautiful. The Ace of Hearts is exactly the opposite of the death card. The death card is endings and walking away, turning our backs on a belief, on a relationship, on a job, or on our own how we treat ourselves or the pressure we put on ourselves. But anyway, but what's will open up is the Ace of Hearts, and it's where you're allowing hope, faith, love. I think there could be someone new, come a new relationship. I think it's a friendship, to tell you the truth. And I think this person helps you believe in people again, helps you open up. Um, um, I think it's a big surprise for you. I think it's probably huge in what's happening in your life. There could have been, because I feel like there could be some distance from people in your life, whether it's family or friends or relationships in general. There could be a little bit of distance. And I think now you're going to start getting closer to people. You're going to start opening up. There could be a new addition to the family. I think it's through this young person, or a friend, a new friend. It could be where you're moving to, if you're moving, because there's a really good chance you're moving. You have 2 tens here. Okay. Really good chance you're moving. There is a new friend you're going to meet, special connection. Okay. Also, it's about being really happy in your new life, really happy with what you left behind, really happy that you did. Okay. Oh, I'm just really happy for you. I'm really happy. Um, there could be some issues around young people for you, Pisces, because you have 3 jacks here, right? You could be getting a lot of information, a lot of news. But I feel like you are I like how you're taking steps forward, You're taking steps forward. You're thinking, okay, what can I do with this situation? And they're not the only this one over here. This one and this one are the only two that you're having a bit of a challenge. Everything else is really good, really happy. Things are going your way. Look at that. So this is interesting. I like this a lot. Here's the Four of Wands again, eh? And this is like the celebration, possibly wedding. This is new foundation where you're creating the foundation, the launching pad for spiritual recognition, right? Sometimes I see the Four of Wands as a sacred space. You're going to create a sacred space. You could have a fire pit in your backyard. You could have a little altar in the hallway where you do a little thing. You could have a yoga mat, whatever it is for you, okay? But I feel, because this sometimes is very sacred, a foundation where we begin, and we sometimes we start our day there. We start the day, the foundation, and begin from there, whatever, okay? But it's also celebration. You could be moving in with someone, moving in with a friend, letting someone move in with you, sharing a place, because it feels like you feel really good in the space you're in. You also could be moving in with family. Very, very strong possibility up here. Then you have the Queen of Wands, okay? And the Queen of Wands, I identify strongly with this Queen of Clubs over here, which is the very first card out that you got. The Queen of Wands is also seen as the friend. She's seen as someone who takes action immediately on what she wants to do. Okay, so once you decide you're going to move, or once you go and you get together with these people, you know that you want to take actions on something right away. It's interesting because usually the queen, she's associated with Aries, which is coming, right? It's the next sign. And only in about 10 days, I think, very soon. And Aries is the beginning, the where the sun rises, where we're going to begin something new and take action on it. Also, I want to mention the Queen of Wands is more associated with charity, volunteer, giving up oneself, self-sacrifice in some way, So there could be some of that in here. Okay, for you, because like I said, that Four of Wands sometimes has to do with ceremony, sacred space, devotion, perhaps, the time, and so you're going to take more action on this side of yourself, at this new place, wherever the place is, and you are going. Here is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, and it's funny, it's right before the Four, right? So you got the Four and the Three. And the Four is when you've arrived, you're there, you're happy, you're like, woohoo, I'm in my new place, I'm with my new friends, and everything's going great. The Three is when you know you're going. You've signed the contract, you got the job, but you don't start till whenever. So you know that it's coming. You know that you're going. You may know this month that you're going next month in April. Okay, that's a real strong possibility, all right? But the thing about the Three of Wands is the Three of Wands is prepared and ready. She's got her bags packed. She's got the house all cleaned for the new people. She's got the the fire pit and the all planned out in the backyard, and everything. And so she's ready. She's just waiting for the day to come, like the permission to go, the green light. Okay, the green light. And I think that's Aries time is when all this is going to go down. Sometime in Aries. All right. So knowing that, let's get you a Sacred Rebels card. Now, I'm getting to know these cards, I'm getting to know them a bit better, but I will have to read a little bit from the book, and I don't want you to miss some of the valuable interpretation, that comes from this writer. Just really good things. And it always seems to come out with exactly what you need to hear. It's philosophical, it's deep, so be ready. It's pretty honest, but healing, really healing. So, what do you have for Pisces for March 15th into April 2023? Tell me for Pisces. Happy birthday, by the way, Pisces. If any of you are at this end, near the end of Pisces, or for any of you that have celebrated in this past birthday time, guess y'all have. Hi, LA. Hi, Bets. How you doing? Maxine, or I gave your super secret alias. Like it's like telling everybody what Spider-Man's real name is. So sorry. Oh, they're getting loose. They're getting loose. Okay, we have one here for sure. Let's try and pack these up. I think that one too. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. So, what do we have? What do we have? Ooh, conscious connections. That's really nice. So this is, and Pisces, that's who you are. You are those two fish, right? That connect head and tail, you know. And wow, I really like that. Seeing the true you, right? This card reminds me a lot of Narcissus, in the way that, if you know the story of Narcissus, is he was on his way to proclaim his love to the person that he was in love with. And on the way, he stopped at a little pool, a pond, for a drink of water and to rinse his face off. And when he got there and saw his own reflection, he realized, wow, I'm gorgeous. He'd never seen himself before. And he fell in love with his own image and never left the pond. But the thing is, we all need to do this at some point in our lives. We need to see our true selves and see how beautiful we really are. I didn't really see how beautiful I am. So this is what you're doing, okay? So let's have a look. See, first is conscious connections. 35. There it is right there. So I'm going to get right to the crux of it. Okay. Wait a minute. I went too far now. Jeepers creepers. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to read a bit extra. There is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for heart to heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship if you're willing to honor your differences and look at what unites you. Sometimes it's hard to bear the differences between one another. Um, we are not here to judge each other, just to love, to be loved, and let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. And that's what you're really doing here, right? That's what we're opening up to those who can accept us here. That's what that is. And leaving those others behind. That's okay. Nothing I can do about it, right? And we're moving on. If you have asked to experience more sacred connection with people who truly get you and want to play life with you, then this oracle is confirmation that this manifestation is on its way to you now. It may be obvious or not be obvious at first, but kindred spirits are going to enter your life and help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. And that's the special friendship that's coming, I think, that you were just going to really connect to this person. And I think whatever this person is going to mean to you, because there could be an age difference. I'm feeling, they could be younger than you. So I feel like there's an age difference, whether this is a work relationship, friendship, or more. I'm not sure. They will give wings to your inspirational ideas and big dreams. Okay. If you've been asking for healing in your current friendships or other immediate relationships, then this can happen through your willingness to express your true feelings and allow the situation to fall apart or come together according to the great workings of life. This oracle asks you to remain open to healing connections and allow people to be close to you. That's so interesting, because this is the thing. Part of what is completing here is a way of feeling, so an emotional journey you could have been on perhaps. And now, hi Pat, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. I've known Pat for over 30 years. Over 30 years. Um, so you're this person, the person you probably were, turn away, shielded yourself, didn't participate, weren't open. However, this person is more willing to be, is seeing color now, can see color, you know here in seeing your true you is a lot more of that. It's okay. Mm, okay. So if this oracle comes as a special message for you. If you're getting confused about who you are and your motives or actions based on what others are saying or how they're responding to you, step back. In your quest to be a responsible person, you may be unintentionally taking on the feelings of others, making their reflection of you more than they are in truth. More often than not, reflections are more about the state of the reflector than what is being reflected. So, people are trying to put their thoughts, feelings on you. And you were, or could have been, accepting that, taking that on when they said, "Oh, you're so stuck up," and so you know their feelings about for perhaps being judged, now they're putting that on you, and it's even though you may have never done that. But oh, thank you, isn't this cool? Look at that, eh? No, I wore this today for a reason. It has significance because I feel that this is a door closing time and a door opening time. Okay. So with the dead, and I feel like there's a certain respect we need to give death, honor it. Because it's funny I said fire pit, eh? Because fire is Aries. That's what's coming. You are water. And it probably would be good to have both those things. But anyway, so with fire, we can extinguish something, and put it to ash. And ash replenishes the plants, replenishes the soil. It's about it's about a new start, a new start. Anyway, here I think that you're going to be able to reflect things a little clearly, and you're going to say, remember that old saying, talk to the hand? And that was about defining what was my crap and what is your crap. And when you're throwing something on me, I can say, talk to the hand. That's not have anything to do with me. I appreciate your feelings. You're upset with being judged in the world, but Don't put it on me, because of, what, I mean? It's so, but anyway, you're not going to get all caught up in that. But what you're seeing is a new base for yourself of, if I want to be treated that way, I need to build a base and begin from that way. I need to start being that change I want to see, right? That's exactly what this time is. So I like that, Pisces, you're starting to see yourself, the beauty, like Narcissus sees, looks at himself and says, people been telling me I'm ugly, or I'm too short, or I'm something. Wow, look at how beautiful I am. I didn't realize how gorgeous, how tall, how, whatever it is, you're appreciating all of your stuff. Okay. I love it. I think it's beautiful, Pisces. I think that also too, like, pay close attention of how you're interpreting, which is what those are about. It's not yours. You don't have to interpret their feelings onto you, that you are or did or anything. You are a seed, which is the other part of my outfit is I'm wearing like these little eggs. They look like an egg that's getting ready to hatch, about to hatch. So we go from death to life, as we rise up, as we evolve, as we open up, and we open up like flowers, reaching for the sun, which is that time of Aries sunrise. So, I know I'm getting all deep about it. uh Oh, yeah. You know what? I won't be doing Taurus and some of the other ones until Monday. My man gets home today. And so I devote the weekend to him. And he goes back to work Monday. So I'll be doing more videos Monday. So I'm going to do one. Oh, geez. I got to go, actually. I'm doing a reading in 10 minutes. I better get ready. All right, guys, it's been a slice. Thanks for joining me. I will talk to you later on. Have a good day. Bye now. Hey, look up that Saturn moving into Pisces. It's all really, really interesting. Braca Goldsmith, she does a really good explanation of it in a video she just put out a few days ago, and about how it was in Aquarius and now how it's going to be in Pisces. And Saturn has 3-year cycles. So this is the way it's going to be for 3 years, because when Saturn was in Aquarius, we had all these restrictions on our communication and our interaction and all that stuff. And that lasted around 3 years, 2 to 3 years. So here we're going into this phase for 2 to 3 years. So it's important that what is involved here, right? I think it's so darn interesting. I'm just starting to learn more about it. So anyway, have a really great month, guys. No limit, no boundary. See, that's interesting. You see it that way, Pisces or LA, because it's funny. We'll see how it's going to go, because Pisces is very much that no limit, no boundaries, right? Being very open, stretching to the highest thing. But Saturn is quite opposite. So it's just going to be, we'll have to, I'd love to have an open discussion on here about it sometime, and just get, because I'm just learning about all that stuff. It's just so interesting. It's so interesting. Also, too, Pisces rules the feet and your eyesight. Okay. So if you have any issues with your feet or your eyesight, that's Pisces energy. Not, your eyesight could be improving too. It doesn't have to say it's going to, in a handbasket there, but maybe we will do that sometime, LA. I'll just do a live discussion about Saturn in Pisces and what we all know and stuff like that. So I was just mentioning the eyesight thing because my boyfriend just recently started having eyesight problems. He started seeing lightning strikes in his right eye. And the Pisces is normally the left eye, but anyway, and it was going on for a couple of weeks and it was starting to get worse and worse and worse, and so we thought, oh geez, he's going to have to get stronger glasses and there's a big problem. But what he actually found out is that his eyesight is improving, and so he needs to get less strong glasses. They're too strong, so that's kind of a good thing. But it was a weird way to find out about it, but it's funny, it's happening in Pisces. So just interesting. Oh, that's interesting too, because Pisces also rules the thoughts. So some of the thoughts and your sleep. It says your sleep as well. So anyway, look it up. It's very interesting. Look up Braca Goldsmith. It's very interesting, the video that she puts out. And I just like her. She's a darling. Anyway, love you. Talk later. Bye now.